Alright. Everything is set and everything is recording. Hey, what's happening all my Dragonlings? I am the Dragon God of Gaming, Damian Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of the Gaming News, where I run down the list of all the gaming news, facts, trivias, and rumors, and leaks coming out of the gaming industry this week. Today, I'm going to be talking about the PlayStation 5's unbeatable record at the moment. We also have Sony's first PlayStation 5 Restock for 2021, which sold out instantly. And we have something that has to do with Cyberpunk 2077 getting in massive trouble. So, let's get right into it, shall we? The PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 has been its own behemoth when it first launched on November 12th, I believe it was. November 12th, November 13th. There was just a lot of stuff going on with the PlayStation 5. And since then, no one could get their hands on it. But that is another time. This is coming from VG247.com. And this is written by Tom Orry. And it says, we're 2 months from the release of the new consoles, yet it already feels like Sony has won the generation. I think this was written a little while after everything was put up. Well, before everything was put up. For a while, I thought this console generation would be different. Sony seemed to be floundering a little, barely saying anything about the PS5, while Microsoft pushed forward the narrative of the Xbox Series X being the most powerful console. Game Pass grew and grew, and huge acquisitions were made. Yet even after snapping up Skyrim and Fallout dev and publisher Bethesda, now it's hard to see how PlayStation won't continue to lead by quite a margin, at least in powerful console space. As I said elsewhere on this site, Microsoft has a lot to prove, and isn't doing much at the moment to calm fears. Even though I'm pretty confident Xbox is in a far better position now than it was 7 years ago, Sony, on the other hand, has stormed out of the gate with a string of superb PS5 games, a supposed less powerful console that's outperforming the on paper more powerful machine, and importantly, it has games that are not unknown about and in part dated. Destruction All-Stars, the competitive racing running around game that got delayed from the PS5's launch, arrives in February and is being included in PS Plus. It is a bona fide PS5 exclusive, but perhaps the least hyped game coming to Sony's new console, giving it away to all Plus members, while at least ensure it has a decent shot at gaining an audience. And while I haven't seen anything to suggest this will be the next Rocket League style success story, it should offer some multiplayer thrills. I reckon Returnal could surprise a lot of people. Key for Sony is that the games keep coming, even if the first two aren't especially big hitters. In March, Sony is releasing Returnal from House Marquee. There's a bit of negativity surrounding this release as a full-price game, largely because the studio's previous titles have been arcade-like releases, but that seems hugely unfair on what looks like a gorgeous shooter from a team that has hardly ever put a foot wrong. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is the first so-called big PS5 exclusive to arrive from Sony in 2021. Set to launch in the first half of the year, Insomniac has already managed to dazzle on the PS5 with the cross-gen Spider-Man Miles Morales, but Rift Apart should let the studio showcase what is possible on PS5, when only targeting the next-gen system. Although Year 1 games really get the absolute best out of the console. Footage has looked superb, and the Ratchet & Clank games are always great fun. May seems MS-owned Bethesda released Arcane's Deathloop, exclusively on the PlayStation 5 and PC. Arcane is known for delivering incredible game mechanics thanks to the Dishonored games, and the FPS looks to be equally inventive. At a time when the Xbox system seems so sure on Xbox Game Studio titles, the fact this is locked away is gloriously wicked. Ditto for Tango Gameworks, where more mysterious and supernatural Ghostwire Tokyo although that one is yet to be given a firm release date. In the second half of 2021, Sony has a trio of absolute barnstormers set to release, with Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Forbidden West, and God of War Ragnarok. While Forbidden West is confirmed to be coming to PS4 too, and Sony has clarified the release platform is situated with Ragnarok, there's no denying that sequels to 3 of PlayStation's biggest franchises, all within a year of the PS5 launch, is great going and sure to make fans extremely happy. GT7 is likely to be huge for Sony and the PS5. GT7 is set to be the first proper game in the series since 2013 and will arrive with huge expectations and the knowledge that polyphony built up by supporting GT Sport as well as it did. What's more, we might get Gran Turismo on PS5 before we get a new Forza on Xbox Series X. Something most would have bet against. There was a sigh of disappointment when Sony revealed that Horizon Forbidden West was also coming to PS4, a sense that we might not see Guerrilla Game able to flex its technical chops fully. But the debut trailer still looks pretty awesome if you ask me. I still don't really believe God of War Ragnarok is releasing this year, but not because I've heard anything to suggest otherwise. I just didn't expect a sequel to my favorite PS4 game to arrive so soon into the PS5's life. If Sony's Santa Monica can indeed get the game ready for the end of the year, even if it also launches on the PS4, it will top what already looks like being one of the best in PlayStation history. And there's every chance the year will deliver more, even without considering what games are coming from third-party publishers. What I think Sony has done brilliantly is give PS5 owners and potential buyers a clear idea of the year ahead. As PS5 owners, I'm happy with the games I have, and there's a steady drop of quality-looking titles scheduled over the months ahead. Can Xbox be PS5? Maybe, but a turnaround of that magnitude in 2021 seems highly unlikely. Sometimes we include links to online retail stores. If you click on one, make a pick, yeah, whatever. What I do want to say is, yes, it does look like Sony is looking to be unbeatable this year. From God of War Ragnarok to things like Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, their games just look unstoppable at the moment. There is no way Xbox can, physically outdo the PlayStation 5 in the first fiscal year that the consoles are out. There's not a damn way that they can. And if someone can say, well, they're already doing it, it's a lie. I'm sorry. But when you have names like Horizon Forbidden West, you have Gran Turismo, you have things like God of War Ragnarok, you had the exclusive Sony Spider-Man Miles Morales game, then you have things like Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and stuff of that magnitude is just not going to go away. They're gonna make their mark, and they're gonna make their mark in an extremely high, rate. There's not a way that that Xbox can be able to beat it this year. And we're just getting into the year. It's literally still January, and everyone's already calling it that the Xbox is not gonna outsell the PlayStation 5 this year. It's not gonna happen. So, yeah, Sony looks unbeatable at this point. If only they can get the PlayStation 5s into more people's hands. Anyway, on to another thing. Speaking of not being able to get anything into other people's hands, this is coming from www.hypebeast.com, and this is written by Nicholas Lee. I believe their name is. I'm sorry if I messed that up. And they write, Sony's first PlayStation 5 restock of 2021 instantly sells out. Times are tough for those still struggling to get their hands on Sony's next-gen PlayStation 5. On January 14th, the Sony's Rewards Twitter account announced a limited PS5 stock for the next day, sparking much excitement amongst fans craving the ballyhooed console. true to its word, the account issued a link to Sony's website just prior to 12 p.m., granting those who click through access to a small number of consoles, which came with an extra controller. Unsurprisingly, the consoles instantly sold out. Surprisingly, the PlayStation 5 consoles could only be purchased by exchanging Sony rewards points. Appropriate given the account that teased a restock, but an unusual hurdle nonetheless. Weighing in at an imposing sum of 56,998 points and limited to 1 unit per member, Sony may have anticipated the consoles lasting longer than they did, considering the clock on the landing page that is still ticking down from 15 hours, despite all consoles being gone. If nothing else, the resounding demand is demonstrated of a tight supply and capable of satisfying the immense demand. And it says, so I was even on their site. I was not able to get my hands on a console. It did literally instantly sell out. I was pissed. And this is what they wrote on their Twitter, Sony Rewards, at Sony Rewards. A very limited batch of PlayStation 5 consoles are now available. Limit one per member. They should be doing that in stores. More people would get their fucking hands on a console. For those that weren't lucky enough to get a PlayStation 5 last year, Sony's Sony Rewards division has now announced the first restock of the next-gen console for 2021. Aside from being the first restock of the year, it also serves as the first replenishment of the PS5 since its initial release that took over the gaming world. Announced on the Sony Rewards Twitter account, the post didn't reveal any specifics, but it does note that a post at a later date will outline restock info, going on to suggest gamers to turn on post notifications. Catch Sony Rewards post regarding the first PlayStation 5 restock of 2021 below. A limited number of PS5, and they go on to write, a limited number of PS5 consoles will be available tomorrow. Stay tuned and we'll let you know when they are live on the site. You might want to turn on post notifications. I think Sony had the right idea, and I think they're getting the right idea. But as you can see, barely anyone can get their hands on this fucking console. There's not a fucking way someone can. Either you're waiting months to a year to be able to get your hands on a console, or you have the reflex of a fucking god, or you are the most luckiest fucking bastard in the world and gets to sit inside that and get inside one of these and actually obtain one. It's fucking messed up. Like, there should be a thing, like, some sort of system. Like, I understand, like, this is, like, a far shot, and I know it's not gonna happen, but it's an idea. If you already bought a PlayStation 5, at whatever retailer you go to, your name should be coming up. Or they should have, like, a list of the people who actually have had the console. Or you need to especially reserve a slot to go pick up a console. It should be something like that. So that everyone can get their hands on this console if it's such high demand. But people like scalpers, bots, and things like that buying up thousands or, hundreds at a time, it's not gonna fucking work. People are overselling. And Sony, if you want people to get their hands on a console, then keep on striking down people's stuff that are reselling the console online for thousands more after. Because what they're doing is they're buying thousands and then reselling them for hundreds more than it is. If a PlayStation 5 is $599.99, or $499.99, so $500 and something dollars, and you go online, you go on Amazon, you can find one for $1,226. Sony, strike that shit down, and people would have a less need to buy the console like that. I understand you're making a lot of money, but no other gamer who wants your console is gonna want to, you know, get it anymore, because let's face it, they're not gonna be able to get their hands on it. It's impossible. It really is impossible. But I think I'm going a little bit far here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go on to the next. I am still salty that I'm not even able to get my hands on a PlayStation 5. But it's also stupid that no one's really thinking of any solution so that other people can get their hands on a PlayStation 5. And not people who are reselling it! Anyway. Next. Cyberpunk 2077 released with little fanfare here. The game was marred with glitches, and nobody is really doing much to fix it. But outside the gaming world, they also got in massive trouble. This is coming from www.cbr.com, and this is written by Ethan Moss. And he writes, Cyberpunk 2077 mural leads to a massive fine. In continuation with various controversies, CD Projekt Red has encountered a new problem due to an advertising mural causing a massive fine. Okay, and they write, Cyberpunk 2077 has had no shortage of problems since its glitch-ridden launch. Now things have gotten even more complicated as a mural of the game has resulted in a massive fine. In a Twitter post, Nerdomencia iterated that Cyberpunk 2077 keeps giving you something to talk about. Alongside an image of the controversial mural, the art in question can be seen on a building in the city of Sao Paulo, Brazil, where it actually received praise from the city's official Twitter in a now deleted tweet. However, despite the initial response, a fine of $410,000 or 410,000 Brazilian reals. Oh God. Oh, it's 410,000 reals, which is roughly $75,000, was subsequently issued due to the mural violating the Clean City law. Now, what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna do a little TLDR thing. It's right. A mural of Cyberpunk 2077 has resulted in a massive fine. The mural violated the Brazilian city of Sao Paulo's Clean City law. The law forbids external advertisements such outdoor posters and billboards. The mural does not contain any logos, but clearly depicts the game's cover art. Deemed as advertisement, it resulted in a $75,000 fine to the Nalada firm. The game has received a lot of backlash due to extremely buggy launch. CD Projekt Red has since faced various lawsuits in strict observation from the Polish government. The developers recently provided a roadmap of intended updates and DLCs. Whew. They are literally running out of options here. Ladies and gentlemen, what I do want to say is I do appreciate you guys joining me. In all honesty, the games, CD Projekt Red has a lot to prove, and hopefully, you know, they hop to it. Because I promise you, in the very near future, they're going to be running out of a lot. And they're going to be ruining their own reputation and subsequent releases of any game that they do. And they're going the ways of things like Bethesda or, you know, EA, who releases buggy ass shit without really trying everything. And, or, you know, putting in too much effort. So, CD, you're gonna want to save a little bit of face here and hope those updates actually do something. But at some point, it's gonna be too little, too late. So hopefully, you hop to it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for now. This may go up a tad bit late today, but it's going to be up at its normal times. So hopefully everything is set and ready. As I said, I apologize for my little outburst, but again, it's getting increasingly stupid that no other person can get their hands on a console, because literally people who want to resell it is buying up the entire stocks. At some point, somebody needs to put their foot down and say, either you take this down and or pay a fine for, you know, scalping, because this is horrendous. You're literally buying out the stock of another company, and you're making it so that and you're reselling it. So technically, you are breaking the law by doing that. So hey, Sony, you like suing people? Get on it. Anyway, that's enough for now, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everyone enjoyed. Down in the description down below is all of our lovely content creators. I know that was a little monotone today, so I apologize. So if you guys want to, go check out all their stuff. I don't really have a good recommendation for this week. So go check them all out. Have a little bit of fun. Have a little bit of patience with everything, and go see what they're doing. I promise you, they're up to something really fun. So click them. But also down in the description down below is my channel. Go check out my stuff, where I'm doing everything gaming at the moment. Of recording, actually at this moment when it's going up, my first video today has already went out, which is Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. Sorry, I just woke up, so I'm a little bit on the side of everything. And this week, which is be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I'm playing Banjo-Kazooie. I'm playing Toy Story 3 now, not Toy Story 2. I changed up the game. And on Wednesdays, I'm playing Dragon Age Inquisition. Fridays, I'm playing Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. There's a lot of fun happening, and you're gonna want to see what we have in store. So don't miss out. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today, but it's time for me to end off. Good gaming, happy hunting, and I'll see all you Dragonlings back inside the world of the gaming news. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time for some more Damian Dragon action. Peace.